Hello and welcome to the final installment for your review for exponential functions. In this part, we'll be talking about the compound interest formula. You will be given this exact box on your test, so all you really have to be able to do is understand what the variables represent. So let's get started. And I asked you in class to remember that this is going to be compounded monthly. I apologize, that didn't come up in the question, but I did say this in class, so remember, this should be compounded monthly. That's very important for this equation. A bank offers a 4.2% interest rate on their savings accounts. If I deposit $550 in January 2020, how much will be in my account in January 2030? Compounded monthly. So I come down here. Here's my original formula, so I'm going to write that. Y equals P outside of 1 plus R over N to the NT. Now I'm going to go by these variables, and I want to be able to write down what all of them equal. Well, P is my principal or my initial amount. Going back to the story problem, $550. R is my interest rate. So I look at my rate, but it says in decimal form, so I have to take 4.2% and change it to 0.042. Remember, the decimal moves 2 places to the left for percent to decimal. Time. This is the part where you have to be a little careful and you have to really think through this. I deposited in 2020. How much will be in my account in 2030? That is a time in years of 10 years. The last thing is, and it's the only part that you really had to learn for this, it was the N chart that we went over in class, the number of times interest is compounded per year, and typically things are compounded monthly. So if this is compounded monthly, my N is 12 times a year. Now the only thing in front of us is plug and chug. Plug it in and chug our way through it. Y equals 550 outside of 1 plus R is 0.042 over N, which is 12, all to the N, 12 times T, which is 10. Now, you can plug this directly in on Desmos, but since I will not be using Desmos, I have to do it by a red calculator. So I'm going to start with inside the parentheses. I'm going to do 1 plus 0.042 divided by 12. Get an answer there. I'm going to take that to the 120th because that's what 12 times 10 is. And then I'm going to multiply that by my initial amount of 550. And I would end up with a balance of $836. And since we're looking to round it to the nearest cent because it's money, 47 cents. That concludes your review. Please make sure you look over this a couple times if you can. Ask me if you have questions. This will be collected on Monday. So we have no excuses to not have this done considering it's all done on YouTube already. Have a good weekend and make sure you study this weekend. Studying on Monday will not be enough. Good luck, guys.